Bitcoin is holding steady after really bursting through and maintaining that $100,000 level. There's more news flying around the crypto gaming space over the last 15 days than we had basically the entirety of 2024 when it comes to rapid development and really bullish opportunities to get involved. And then we're obviously seeing Pengu, which hit the market today. We'll talk about how much those airdrops were worth, what that does, and how that could stimulate the altcoin market. At the same time, I'm going to go over what I think is some of the biggest opportunities in altcoins while Bitcoin is running for you to take advantage before the next leg up for altcoins. Let's go ahead and jump into it, guys. Like the video and subscribe down below to the channel for more every day and every week here on In the Game. We've been coming out with every weekday videos right here on the channel to keep you up to date from crypto gaming, AI, meme coins, and more. You can check everything out down below. Like and subscribe as well. Shout out to all of our sponsors in the description as well. From 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗏, FUNZ Kick Start BONUS, Ledger, FOMO, Medieval Empires, and more. You can check out all of our sponsors in the description. And we see an awesome front page article today talking about 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Now, you guys know I'm super bullish on the KAH token, CAH. I think it's one of the best low market cap tokens. It's sitting around that $50 million range right now. I think it easily surpasses all-time highs this cycle. I've jumped into this game probably 10 plus times now with other influencers, different creators, and with the team. And I have to say, it's one of the most fun things you can do in crypto gaming right now. You just meme on your friends, you use different characters, and the hustle character is on the way too. So really excited for the hustle character to hit 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. So a big shout out to 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. And of course, if you're not using my platform Nexus down below, I mean, we are shipping so many updates. We have missions. We have alerts now for tokens and NFTs, different USD and percentage alerts that you can set on different tokens, as well as alerts via email. Our mobile apps are on the way as well. You're going to be able to trade on this platform in the coming months. So we're going to have everything top to bottom on Nexus. Drop down below and check it out. You can use it absolutely free up front to give it a trial run. Now, let's talk about the market. Obviously, what we're seeing at this point is Bitcoin dominance. We take a look at the one-day chart again, just like yesterday. There's only like a handful of coins up 20. I mean, you know, Army of Fortune is a straight up rug pull, basically. It's up 20% for some reason. But otherwise, you know, we see Ronin up 10%, FWOG up 8%. We see Carve up 3%. But really, like when Bitcoin starts to run, obviously liquidity gets taken away from the different altcoins. And it's kind of tough whenever you're, let's just say you're fully allocated into alts. Maybe you're not even like a Bitcoin person. It's really tough when you see Bitcoin running and then all of a sudden your altcoin bags are kind of stagnant, if not maybe even going down a little bit in this time period, because we are in an attention market, and wherever the attention is, that's where the liquidity flows. And right now, obviously, the attention is on Bitcoin, but that allows us so many opportunities to be able to take advantage of this time in the market. And, you know, it's going to sound almost repetitive, but this is the time where you have to allocate smartly for those next narratives and for the next leg up, okay? But before we get into the altcoins that I am eyeing at the moment in time, and really the opportunities, because there are two things going on right now that, like, I didn't think I'd be bullish on two back-to-back sales like this, really probably the entire cycle. So really excited to talk about that here in just a second. But let's take a look at 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏's Pengu token. This is obviously the main topic on Twitter today, main topic probably across most YouTube, as we saw the Pengu token go live today. Pengu got all the way up to 7 cents almost on listing here. They are now trading on Bybit, Binance, they're on OKX. They're on basically every major exchange at this point in time, and obviously the big name amongst those is Binance. It bottomed out here around 2.8 cents. Now we're seeing a little bit of a rebound here. I will say, check out the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 assets, nothing like that, but your MetaMask or your Phantom wallet may be eligible if you've been trading around for quite some time. You might have ETH OG or Solana OG or Solana Diamond Hands, Phantom Diamond Hands. I was able to claim a decent amount, and I don't even own any Penguins assets at this point in time. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. There might be some free money for you, and always verify that you're on the right link, because these types of days when everyone's checking airdrops, this is the type of days where people try to post fake links. So make sure you're going only to the Pudgy Penguins Twitter for this information. And Gorilla did the Lord's work for us. Penguins got at this morning's prices of about 5 cents. He calculated it at 5.5 cents. Pudgy's got 93K in an airdrop, Lil Pudgy's with 10K of an airdrop, the common rods with 5K, uncommon rods with 7K, and a rare fishing rod got $10,000 airdropped. Some of the abstract rolls in their Discord got $900. The GigaChad roll got $13,000, and the MVP roll got $15,000. So a lot of money got injected into the market today. And where is that money going to go? Obviously, this coin is trading on Solana, so a lot of that money is probably going to go into Sol, meme coins, and other Solana ecosystem projects, just to be completely fair, because bridging off and on of Solana, unless you're using a centralized exchange, is kind of tedious. Like for me, whenever I have money on Solana, I'm going to keep it on Solana. That's just the typical side of it. But we did see the Pudgy floor price drop almost 50% in a single day. So a lot of money is also on mainnet for people that got those profits from the Pengu token and also were liquidating their Pudgies, because that's what they were waiting for, right? They were waiting for that long-awaited airdrop. So what altcoin opportunities in the market should you be looking at? Now, what I will say to start this, if you're on a high level, you got a crazy airdrop on Pudgies and you want to keep it on Sol, well, honestly, I would probably be looking at Radium. Radium has just shown nothing but bullish price action in the meme coin space. When a meme coin bridges or migrates, whenever it goes to DEX liquidity, it goes to Radium. Like, that's the whole process. Meme coin migrates, meme coin goes to Radium. That's where the liquidity goes. So if you're looking to keep it at a high level Solana play, I think Radium's a good spot. But otherwise, if you're moving down in the ecosystem, I'd be looking at Crown, and I'd be looking at Polis from Star Atlas. I think the gaming narrative, what we're about to talk about, we haven't seen this much development for the entire 2024. Obviously, we had big narrative pushes from Pixels, from Mavia, all the play to airdrop campaigns that we have seen. Infinigod's making some noise. We'll talk about the fair launch meta, off the grid with the celebrity and, you know, the different high level streamers that were playing the game. But right now, like over the last couple of weeks, gaming has been the hottest and honestly the strongest that it's ever been. We're seeing teams that actually understand the gaming industry, the gaming narrative, how to balance the line between financial incentives and quality gameplay to hook both gamers and investors. We're finally seeing that recipe put together. So I'm going to go over right now exactly what I am looking at in the gaming space. While Bitcoin is trending sideways or potentially trending upwards, dominance, even from yesterday's video, it was at like 56 flat. It's at 56.5%. You can see up here at the top. So Bitcoin dominance is only going up at this point in time. So right now is where you need to eye up your altcoin bags, which you want to take advantage of when that dominance goes back down. All this Bitcoin is going to go back into altcoins. So let's take a look at the altcoins that I'm looking at. And first of all, let's just keep it high level, because I know most people that even watch this channel, you know, you're watching a lot of different YouTube channels, you're seeing a lot of the different narratives, and you probably just want allocation into various narratives. So if that's you, and maybe you're not 60% into crypto gaming, you know, I'm very heavy. My portfolio is mainly crypto gaming, and then I have AI. I have a fair allocation of meme coins. I have a couple RWAs. That's kind of the way I'm playing. I have some layer ones, layer twos, you know, everyone has those blockchain plays in their portfolio. But if you're looking for broad level exposure to crypto gaming, but you necessarily maybe don't want to go down the rabbit hole of researching individual games and figuring out which games are going to be the actual hits, because that's really hard to do. And from your point of view, it's really hard to pick a winning game in the gaming industry in general. It's even harder in crypto because all these teams have so much higher chances of messing up when it comes to crypto because of what I mentioned earlier, the financialized aspect of trying to please investors while also trying to please a player base. It's not easy, right? And various games in the Web 2 space fold. So it's really easy for a Web 3 game to fold. Maybe that's not what you want to do. You don't want to go in, research all these individual games, see their player bases, transactions, all this stuff, and figure out if it's a winner. What you can do is just invest in studio, blockchain, and infrastructure plays in the gaming space. Now, this is what I would recommend to almost 99% of people. Out of all the subscribers on this channel, I think we have like 115K now. Probably 100K of you guys should employ the strategy of going into a lot of these high-level projects, because diving deeper, your risk tolerance is going to get much greater. But when you're looking at infrastructure plays like Super, AVAX, Ronin, Zai, Beam, Zentry, Prime, IMX, Xborg, Naka, these are all very safe plays, high upside, low downside, but at the same time, this is going to give you a broad level exposure to a lot of games. Let's say for Super, you invest into Super, it gives you allocation basically into 300 plus games that they're eventually going to be partnering with, as well as their infrastructure, which has really not been announced yet. So there's a lot of alpha packed into Superverse. We have AVAX. You get exposure to Off the Grid. You get exposure to Shrapnel. You get exposure to MapleStory. You get exposure to Shatterline, all underneath one umbrella. Each of these ecosystems is the same thing. So when you invest in these, you most of the time are getting an underlying blockchain. You're getting a treasury of assets. You're getting a plethora of studio and projects that are building on these different chains. This is what I consider the no-brainers, right? And when we're looking at the ones I think are the most undervalued on this list, I don't know that this is the time to go into the market and say, well, I'm going to buy XRP or I'm going to buy IMX. Like even IMX, just as an example, IMX is a little bit, comparatively speaking, a little bit overvalued amongst these different crypto gaming coins. It's already at a $3 billion market cap, whereas Beam, which is getting so much more traction and like public notoriety, and the attention right now is all on Beam, is half of that market cap, like straight up 50% of the market cap. Ronin, which is heavily considered the best crypto gaming blockchain, is 1/3 of the market cap of IMX. Superverse, which has been the hottest gaming project of the cycle, is 1/3 of the IMX market cap. So when you're looking at the opportunities in altcoins right now, you have to take a look at the potential ROI. And if IMX goes to 15 billion, you're probably going to see these lower market cap infrastructure plays go to 5 to 7 billion, which the ROI there is going to be much better on these lower market cap coins. So that's what I am looking at. But there are a few that I think are the most undervalued of the infrastructures. You guys know I love Super, Roan, AVAX, Prime, etc. But what I'm looking at the heaviest right now is Zentry. Their marketing efforts and their developments are ramping up heavily, and at around this market cap of $192 million, we see here they just welcomed the Ronin community to their new platform Nexus, which gaming's largest blockchain community. Ronin is now in beta integration with Zentry's player portal. So you can go down here and kind of see it's a little bit of a mix of AI and gaming in this portal, and they just partnered up with Ronin, and they are one of the biggest assets in the Beam ecosystem. What Zentry is doing right now, I think the upcoming 6 months are going to be massive for the price action and the development of Zentry. I would 100% expect this coin to hit $1 billion this cycle easily. A 5x from here, I think that's absolutely happening, and I think there's probably more upside to that. So Zentry right now is my #1 undervalued gaming play, just comparatively speaking to other projects. And then we see here Jesus Martinez saying he invested into Zentry, easily one of the most undervalued gaming plays. Zent Treasury has been stacking this entire first phase of the bull. Similarly to Beam, they have a 9-figure treasury. In my opinion, I see them as a Beam with community focus. 40 million in revenue in 2024 is not something you fade. So that is one that I deem absolutely is a play at these levels. And I think you're going to see this coin trading above $1 $1 billion market cap this cycle very, very easily. Next on the list is 𝗏𝗂. 𝗏𝗂's consolidating around this $120 million level. It's been battling these ranges between 120 and 150 for the last couple of weeks, it feels like. But if we take a look here, they just submitted their app to Google Play. Their app is going to encompass, I think, over 50 plus of their current mobile games. And there's going to be leaderboards, achievements, ways to earn inside the app. They finalized the entire app, made all the necessary adjustments, and the listing for Google Play should be live any day now. So 𝗏𝗂's another one here that I think is just super undervalued. And then of all the ones on the list, I think the market cap that is the most disrespected is probably 𝗥𝗡𝗏𝗏. If we go look at 𝗥𝗡𝗏𝗏, I think this deserves upfront a $250 million market cap circulating. And I wouldn't be surprised whenever this gets centralized exchange listings, tier ones, because they have the backing to get tier one listings. I wouldn't be surprised to see this even trading at $1 billion circulating market cap at some point this cycle. But let's talk about some opportunities as well with these big market cap coins. So maybe you are a little more risk averse and you're looking at Beam and saying, oh, it's a $1.5 billion coin. I'd rather invest in an 𝗥𝗡𝗏𝗏, or I'd rather invest into a 𝗧𝗏 or a 𝗕𝗏𝗔𝗟𝗓, for example. Well, there's other opportunities to get involved with these coins. And there are two things going on right now. That's Tiny Century Key Sale for XAI and the Beam node sale, which I'm going to dive into right now because I think this is one of the biggest opportunities, especially as far as nodes this cycle. First of all, the 𝗧𝗏 Tiny Century Key Sale is still going on. You can use my link down below and get 5% off. These are literally $70. They cost $70 to get involved in this ecosystem, and the Gen 1 rewards speak for themselves. Sims here said he unlocked another 90,000 of 𝗧𝗏 from the nodes he purchased. So far, they have yielded 225,000 tokens, which at today's value is $75,000, plus the initial airdrop of $40,000. So, you know, this has been one of the most fruitful nodes of the first I would say the first generation, and really in crypto gaming's history. It's been Gala Games nodes, and then I would say 𝗧𝗏 nodes have been maybe the second most profitable. I think as 𝗏𝗟 goes on, it's going to be a competition here, but now they're giving you a second chance at a much lower price. The first ones were going for thousands of dollars. Now you can get these for $70. 5% discount in the link down below in the description. But today's talk of the town is the Beam nodes. And of course, I'll get into smaller market caps that I'm looking at here in a couple of minutes. I know we went over the large caps, the ones I talk about quite frequently, but we're going to get more degen as this video goes on. So if you're enjoying the content, like the video and subscribe. We have Beam nodes that went live today. So as you can see here, the mint fee for these is $1,250. But next week, the price goes up to $3,750. So you have 7 days to take advantage of this current price point. There's already been 8,700 nodes minted. So let's dive into the Beam nodes. And is this worth getting involved with? Well, first of all, their backing is significant here. I mean, they have Maven, they have BitScale, they also have Impossible Finance. If we scroll down here, Avalanche, 𝗏𝗟𝗏, 𝗪𝗏, Sofon. I know Zentry is a part of this initiative. I know Saga is a part of this initiative. So when you take a look at the players involved here, that definitely adds a credibility layer. But I think the biggest credibility layer in general for this proposition, look at their treasury value. It's all available online. You can go to treasury.onbeam.com. Their current treasury value is $228 million. And you can see this is allocated across venture investments, cash, liquid crypto investments, and NFTs. What they're basically going to be doing is using a part of this to distribute via the nodes. So you can see all of their on-chain holdings right here. You can see their different treasury wallets, the vesting wallets, their main, their venture investments, Beam deployer wallet. And you can also literally see their ROI on these investments. You know, stuff like let's say Monad, their equity in tokens is already up 400%. You can see that 𝗕𝗓𝗟, they're up 1,600% on their ROI in the treasury. And this is all verifiable on their dashboard. So first of all, you're backing something with a multi-9-figure treasury. That's number one. It's giving you access to their investments. So they're giving rewards in Beam, 𝗕𝗓𝗟, Zentree, Saga, and more. And it's coming like a burn mechanism. So all the Beam spent here is going towards burns and buybacks. This makes a whole lot of sense. Number one, if you're invested in Beam, this is bullish, because more people are going to start getting exposure to Beam via the nodes. But on top of that, they're making Beam a scarce asset over time. So that's number one. Beam is going to become a heavily coveted token out there, and I think is going to continue rising in price and market cap throughout the cycle. But another one that at 1250, it seems like it could be a high price point, especially coming off of the XAI Tiny Sentry key sale. But I think these ROI within 6 months of being live. Like, that would be my prediction. Given the track record here of Beam and Merit Circle, the power of their treasury, the access that they have, I think that the ROI, especially at 1,250, is going to be very quick. So what I'm going to do, I will leave a 5% discount link for the Beam node sale down below as well. You can check that out if you're interested and dive into the Beam nodes before they go up next week to $3,750. Like, I would mint these at this price. I would not mint these at $3,750. So if you want to early access to these and get the lowest price point before people are buying, literally 3x what you could purchase, you can use my link down below and get a 5% discount in the description, as well as the XAI Tiny Sentry keys, 5% discount down there as well. Now, I know the degens are still here, so let's dive into lower market cap coins that I would be eyeing. I think as far as, I'm just going to go from like 125 mil and under. And I'll actually start here with GPU. If we're talking about AI coins, I think GPU, Neural AI, those are the two that I would isolate at this point in time at these lower market cap levels. I think that Altura and Super Champs are also going to continue their runs. And Super Champs, I wouldn't be surprised to see this at 150 million market cap in the coming weeks. Moving on down the line here, I already mentioned Crown and Polis earlier in this video. I think Moontropica really 𝗦𝗡 at these levels, like 30% drop on the Sell the News event on their global launch. I think that's a pretty good buy opportunity. We're still up about 2.5x on our first buys on this over a year ago, but this buy the rumor, sell the news thing did play out quite heavily. So if you want to pick up a big dip here, 30% is pretty excessive when it comes to a 1 week chart. And then moving down the line, Domi Online. This has been a great one so far. We are in profit on our position here that we added last week, but I expect to see this one catapult now that Avalanche 9000 has gone live. We have Beam doing their node sale, and they're partnered up with AVAX and Beam. So I expect Domi to make a pretty good run here as well to close out the year. That's what I'm looking at here. If you want also another low cap project to take a look at, I would be in 𝗕𝗫𝗄. 𝗕𝗫𝗄 up 20% as well last week since we first spoke about it. I think 𝗕𝗫𝗄 has a lot of good updates coming. Console launches in 2025. Mobile game on iOS coming up literally any given day now. So lots of good developments for some of these low market caps like 𝗕𝗫𝗄 and Domi. But for me, I would keep it simple. Those ones around like 100 and lower, I would say GPU, Neural AI, Xborg, Polis, Moontropica, 𝗦𝗡 Games, Domi, and 𝗕𝗫𝗄. Those are the low cap degen coins that I would be looking at right now if you are going deeper down the rabbit hole. So in this video, we simplified it in 3 parts. Number 1, if you want base level exposure to gaming, you go into the list that I said here, right? Super, AVAX, Ronin, XAI, etc. If you want a little more complex access, at a different way to have access to gaming, you can check out the XAI keys or the Beam nodes in the description down below. And then we gave you some degen options as well. If you're looking to go deeper into the rabbit hole, maybe you already hold all of those infrastructure plays, you're able to check out 8 to 10 different low market cap tokens that I personally have in my portfolio that I think have tons of upside throughout the cycle. And this is the time to do it when Bitcoin dominance is where it's at. Let's talk about a couple more tokens here before we hop off. We have Kip Protocol, #1 AI token on Gate.io by trading volume. Volume of $21 million over the last 24 hours. I'm stoked about this. We literally said this would be one of the best AI launches of 2024. That came true, and the conviction has been heavy here. It's trading at over a $300 million fully diluted valuation. Big success here. So shout out to anyone who either got involved really early on this token or was able to even snag an airdrop, because this has been a big success to this point. And then we have the meme flywheel. So M3M3. I'm hearing an exchange listing tonight. And I've also heard there's T1s confirmed. I don't know what exchange is coming tonight, but I know they're about to start this rampage of listings. And it makes sense because Meteora works very closely with Jupiter, and Chow was on here talking about the meme launchpad and vaults with staking and how it can actually benefit the meme coin market to make it more PPP and not player versus player. So that's what I would be looking at in the meme coin sector. I gave you guys some gaming coins, AI gems. I gave you guys gaming nodes. I also gave you guys the low market cap tokens that I would be looking at in the gaming and AI sectors. If you enjoyed the video, like the video down below and subscribe, because right now it's going to seem boring for altcoins. I like coming onto the show as well and saying, man, all of our bags are up 50% this week. What a time. But honestly, these times where Bitcoin is catapulting to the upside, this provides a lot of opportunity. The higher that Bitcoin goes, the more degenerate people are going to be going into these altcoins, which only benefits us. So while, yes, our altcoin bags may be sideways or even down for the last 4 days because of Bitcoin dominance, that dominance will taper off once again. And the higher that Bitcoin goes, that means the higher targets we have to set for our altcoins this cycle once the dominance turns back around. So guys, like the video, subscribe down below. Let me know the gaming tokens that you're stacking. Are you getting involved with 𝗧keys? Are you getting involved in Beam nodes? Let me know in the description down below and in the comment section. And I'll see you guys on the next one. As always, play well, my friends. And of course, stay bullish, my friends.